I'm going to be, before I start speaking, I think let us first see a couple of videos and photographs, one video and a couple of photographs before I can speak on the fasteners. So, do you want to see it again? हाँ? नहीं डरा नहीं रहा हूँ सर जो सच्ची चीज़ है वो दिखा रहा हूँ. So something similar also happened once in Bandra, where there was an international school, and the children were playing football, and such sheet was flown off, but luckily no such mishap happened. But yeah, this is what happens when the roof sheets fly off. This is the next slide. You can see how the roofing sheets get corroded. And as many speakers have said, steel is a wonderful product, but fire and corrosion are two big weaknesses of the product. And corrosion happens because of the joints that are there, the connections which are there. If you do not use connections which are matching the coatings and the steel structure, corrosion happens due to the connections. And the white sheet which is there at the left-hand side, you can see how the fasteners have ruined the sheet within the 6 months of its installation. So that is there. One of the screws over here, the client said, we want to use the best screw. They ended up using a stainless steel fastener. And on a normal roofing sheet, if you use a stainless steel fastener, it leads up to bimetallic corrosion. So when you overdo a thing also, it leads to a lot of corrosion. So it is very, very important that you use the right type of fasteners on your installation of roofing sheets, which you do. This is the second example. And we don't say any fasteners are good or bad. We always say that the fasteners are made to be installed at different places. So a fastener may be made to be used inside this building. And there are fasteners which are coated and are to be used outside in the real world. So these failures have happened not because they were supposed to be used outside the building. They were supposed to be used inside the building, and they have been wrongly used outside. And you can see it's one of the biggest car manufacturing company, and the whole reputation is stained up. Over there, on the other side, is screws have been installed, but the corrosion inside on the crest, the screws have given away. And you could probably see when the next wind comes in, the sheet would fly off. The screws break off from between due to stress, and it is very, very critical component in a roofing environment. This is one project which this is based out of Pune, where the number of fasteners installed per square meter has been installed less. So per square meter fasteners, you need to install about 4 screws per square meter. And plus there are many other criteria which go into it. But then when there's no checking at the site, the number of fasteners installed were less, and the sheets have flown off one day before the inauguration, and the inauguration had to be cancelled. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Waking people up after the lunch is always very difficult, so I hope these images were good enough to wake you up. Now I'm going to speak about the topic roofing fasteners. The roofing fasteners cost what in a roofing sheet? 95% of your cost goes in buying sheets, be it one of the best color-coated sheets which you buy. And the fasteners cost less than 3% of your roofing sheet. But when you compromise on those 3%, you risk 95% of your investment. And this particular connection is not given importance by anyone, be it the developer, be it the contractor, be it the, everybody thinks it's too small a thing. Everybody will do their job and definitely install the correct fastener. But at the end, it's the labor who does the job, and the fasteners which are supposed to be used inside the building gets used outside, which leads to corrosion, risking your building, risking all your material that is inside your building, risking your raw material, your machinery, everything. And when it starts to leak, you will have complaints from your tenant, your loss of material, loss of reputation, everything takes up for a toss. So I would urge everyone to look into the fasteners that are being installed at your roofing installations that are being taken up. Most of these companies now are installing huge warehouses. And in these warehouses, if you don't take care of all these technical connections that are being done, that's where the challenge will come in. And once these challenges come in, it's not easy to get it rectified. It is expensive. A stitch on time would save you a lot of effort in getting it repaired. So the fasteners is not just about installing the wrong fastener. It's about proper installation is equally important. The washers are very important. The number of fasteners to be installed is also equally important. So this is a very big subject to discuss on, and if you need any technical help, I'm available. I would be more than happy to assist and give all the information that is required. As I said, in the consequence of a fastener failure, it costs a lot to get it repaired. It loses productivity, you lose reputation, and it takes up a lot of your time, and your safety and everything is compromised when the right fasteners are not installed. This is who I am. I represent Roofix Fasteners, and we also represent a company called Dex Industries. We are based out of Australia, which is used for covering all these cutouts in a steel building. And these are my contact details. And I would definitely like to be on the other side, the left-hand side of the video, and not on the right-hand side, sitting like that. Thank you. Thank you so much.